Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back on Monthly Theme Thursday with my review of Trapped. It's a new month, which means it's time for a new theme. And this month's theme is made-for-TV horror. Each Thursday this month, Jason and I will be reviewing made-for-TV horror movies from any decade. They could be movies of the week from the 70s and 80s. You might see a made-for-TV horror film from the 90s. You never know. One or both of us might even review a modern-day made-for-TV horror movie. I'm not saying anything is a definite. I'm just saying anything is a possibility. I know made-for-TV movies, especially horror, bring back a lot of nostalgic memories. At least they do for me, and I know they do for Jason as well. I've heard many others say the same over the years. So hopefully you guys enjoy this theme, and tune in every week to watch our reviews. Plus, some of our picks will be a bit on the obscure side. I've decided to start things off with one of my all-time favorite made-for-TV movies. Released in 1973, Trapped stars James Brolin and Susan Clark. Earl Holliman also stars. Now, this Trapped from 1973 is not to be confused with Trapped from 1989. That one was also a made-for-TV horror movie, which I reviewed during the Slashback Challenge. Up until now, I have never reviewed this Trapped. I did highlight it in a past Rare Movies Not on DVD or Blu-ray video, and I believe I featured it in another video or two as well. This monthly theme Thursday, however, is the first time I'm reviewing it. Trapped is also known as Doberman Patrol. James Brolin plays Chuck Brenner, a divorced father of a young daughter named Carrie. His ex-wife, Elaine, played by Susan Clark, has remarried a man named David Moore, played by Earl Holliman. David recently got a new job in Mexico City, which means Elaine and Carrie will be moving there with him. This will make it difficult for Chuck and Carrie to spend as much time together as they'd like. On the day of the big move, Chuck takes Carrie to a department store hours before her flight. She is looking for a specific doll that is apparently a bestseller, since it's out of stock. The woman working in the toy department, however, places a call to the warehouse, and they agree to deliver one immediately. Still, it'll take about 20 minutes to arrive. Elaine has already arrived at the department store herself, though, and she fears she and Carrie will miss their flight if they wait around for the doll. Chuck offers to stay behind and then meet them at the airport so he can give Carrie her present. Young Carrie also invites her dad to join them for dinner with David. Elaine tries telling Carrie that Chuck has other plans, but he doesn't, and he agrees to join them. The ladies leave, and Chuck waits for the doll in the department store. It gets there, and he pays with a $50 bill, since he doesn't have anything smaller. This requires the woman in the toy department to grab change in the office. While waiting for that, Chuck heads down to the restroom to have a smoke. But then, in the men's room, he is jumped by two men who steal his watch and his money. Chuck puts up a good fight at first, but is inevitably knocked unconscious. They drag him into a bathroom stall and leave him in there. By the time Chuck regains consciousness, the store has closed. And unfortunately for him, this building does not have cameras or alarms for a security system. It has guard dogs. They've been trained to attack and kill on sight. Meanwhile, Carrie waits for her dad to keep his promise and join them for dinner. She's worried about him, but Elaine just thinks her ex-husband is letting their daughter down again. David, on the other hand, believes something is wrong. He wants to make sure Chuck is okay, for Carrie's sake, before they get on the plane. Unbeknownst to them, though, they are running out of time, as Chuck fights to survive inside the department store where he is trapped. First and foremost, the obvious. I absolutely love the department store setting in this movie. There are multiple floors and various departments, and Chuck makes his way through all of them. I love how he uses items from the different departments to defend himself. The attack dogs are vicious, and even as an animal lover, I'm fine with what Chuck has to do to them in order to save himself. Of course, in real life, no animals were harmed in the making of this film. I've always been a big fan of James Brolin, and this is no exception. Susan Clark, I know best from Webster, and Porky's, of course. Maybe my favorite character in Trapped, though, is David, played by Earl Holliman. It's an interesting dynamic, having Elaine's new husband be so supportive of her ex-husband. He essentially ends up being the unsung hero of the movie, in a way. Trapped has that nostalgic 70s made-for-TV vibe, and I love every second of it. Like I said at the start of this video, this is one of my all-time favorite made-for-TV movies. The department store setting is obviously a huge part of that, but it is super suspenseful. It's a fun concept, and even realistic to an extent, as far as the time period goes. And overall, in my opinion, it's executed extremely well. Trapped is awesome. I love this movie, and there was no doubt it would be my first review for this month. Have you seen it? If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. As always, please be sure to check out Jason's video to see which made-for-TV horror movie he reviews for Monthly Theme Thursday. Which one will I review next? Check back next week to find out. Until then, remember, physical media matters. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.